It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Tonight we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Checking out the 76ers, they lost game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. And here in the early going, some teams already fulfilling their potential while others struggling out of the gate. Shaq, how big a deal are these initial outcomes?
Ernie, let me tell you something. I hated losing, period. Didn't matter if it was early, late, whatever. I expected to win every time out.
Well, the reality is you have 82 games. So if you get too high or too low in your little valleys or your peaks, you're going to be in big trouble. But every loss...
2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with the broadcast from Philadelphia. It's the home of the 76ers, the Wells Fargo Center. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek present. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Taking a look at Indiana after dropping the first 3 games of the season. Comes in for Allen. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Monte Ellis. On the court right now for the Pacers. Stuckey and George make up the perimeter. Creek is out there with Mahinmi. And it's Lawson in at the 1 spot.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Hornets.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got open looks, no rhythm to knock them down.
Hey, guys, every team has a night like that on occasion. It happens. Hey, we call them gong games. You just want to hit the gong, forget about them, and move on.
Here's Traylor. Indiana again missing.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
The 76ers making a switch here. Embiid's checked in. The Pacers also with a sub. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for George. Here's Traylor. The three-pointer, no good. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Detroit Pistons.
And with the number of turnovers they had in that game, guys, it was going to be an uphill battle all the way.
Especially when you couple the turnovers with the soft defense they were playing. That's a losing combination.
Maxwell's shot is no good. Indiana leading. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. He's been chewing over the best plan of attack against this defense with all that shot blocking inside. He said the big thing is we can't play hero ball. We've got to be unselfish and trust our offense. Kevin, we'll see if they can turn the tables this time around and even the season series. Back to you.
And Doris, as always, thanks. And guys, do you agree with Coach's game plan here, given how tough the D is that they're going to go up against?
I really do. I think they're such a hard team to generate offense against. That has to be where they devote most of their attention.
Well, as long as it doesn't come at the expense of their own defense, fellas. I mean, they can't concentrate so intensely on offense, they forget to defend.
Grant, he's checked in for Maxwell. That one misses.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
And a wide open look for Freak. That is in there. Lawson with the assist.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Noel sets a screen for Smith. There's the dish to Noel. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's sent back by Hill. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Offensive rebound, Noel. And at last, they get one to fall.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Grant gets a wide open look, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Indiana trailing here. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game call. Here's Traylor. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start. Here's Smith. 8 points his last outing. Here's the teardrop, and he sinks the layup.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
1 second left, and there's the nice layup by Hill.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Pacers lead by... And now let's hear from Ty Lawson talking about the balanced attack of this Denver Nugget.
We do have a team type of game, you know.
Well, that was the game plan a couple years ago when Denver was good enough to make the play. And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Then for the Pacers, Turner's checked in for Hill. Freak comes in for Lavoy Allen. And it's Lawson in for Rodney Stuckey. On the court for Indiana, Traylor, he's in at power forward. Lawson out there with Ellis. Then it's Turner. And it's George in at the small forward. Puts up the baby hook. And the rejection by Noel. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. C.J. Myers, he's checked in for Paul George. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Traylor. Off target with his three.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
Now here is Smith. Embiid the screen. Kicks it to Covington. The putback and slam dunk by Noel.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Lawson dishes to Freak. Looking to end his cold spell. And Embiid. Pulls it down. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Scooped up. No good with the layup.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
From deep, Miles. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Lawson's got 3 assists in the game. Embiid with the screen on Lawson. Smith the pass to Embiid. Noel. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Looking here at some numbers for Smith, how he did last season. Averaged about 8 points a game, 8 assists, and 3 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, his skill set is solid. He's a good ball handler. He makes good decisions in playmaking. He's really the ideal backup.
And Miles kicks to Lawson. Pass to Turner. And the rejection by Noel. Feeds to Embiid. Maxwell the pass to Noel. No luck. Good work defensively by Turner. The Pacers have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. There's Ellis with the 3 ball and the rejection by Embiid. Passes to Maxwell. The pass to Smith. Embiid with a screen on Lawson. 4 on the shot clock. And Embiid throws it down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And that one's good. Freak.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
And here's Covington from the arc, and that one's good.
They're doing much better now. I mean, in the first quarter, they converted less than 30% of their field goals. But they've bounced back nicely here.
Here's Traylor. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. The drive by Smith. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the... Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Indiana making some changes. Hill, he's checked in for Turner. Freak comes in for Allen. And it's C.J. Miles in for Ty Lawson. Grant at small forward with Noel at the 4. Robert Covington out there with Smith. And it's Embiid in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. He got right to the cup using that screen. And that's 13 points for Nerlens Noel. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut to just 5 points on the basket from Freak. Smith kicks to Grant. Pass to Embiid. Drops in the layup for 2. Embiid's got 7 points.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Ellis dishes to Freak. Shoots the 3. The rebound by Grant.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
For 3, Covington. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
To the right side. Back to Grant. Smith against Ellis. Smith outside. From the stripe. And that one goes long. And as we end the third. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the 76ers.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shots.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
Hard to say now how the final 2 games between them will play out. Great. But one thing certain, I mean, they're going to go at each other. This has become a very intense matchup.
On the court for Indiana, Traylor in at the 4 spot. He's out there with Turner. C.J. Miles is out there with Rodney Stuckey. Pass to Norman. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession.
Checking in for the 76ers.
6 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Jeremy Brent.
Here's Traylor. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. And now we get to check out our Jordan player of the game.
He went about his business tonight so efficiently on the offensive end. It was very savvy, the heads-up performance. It seemed like he had his hand on about every single basket, from scoring to assist.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.